YouTube, and welcome back. We have glorious sunshine on a bank holiday weekend, which is absolutely amazing. Doesn't happen often. So this is the driver's door. We've done the underside, which I showed you last time. There was a small dent which was annoying me, so I've shut up cockerel. Wow, that thing. Anyway, sorry about that. Where was I? Right, yes, dent. It was annoying me, so I've just put a little bit of filler in that, sanded that off. I just need to scotch this up, ready for some primer. I'm still waiting for the other gun to turn up, so I'm going to use my decent gun, but I'm going to thin it out, so hopefully that'll work. I found 3 more dents in the roof that I knew were there, I just totally forgot about, which were on the front edge, which I'll show you in a minute. Put some very fine filler in them. What else we're doing? Oh, Connor is going to come round and help me. I'm going to get Connor to send me some of the pictures of the work that he does on custom fuel tanks. It's absolutely amazing. But anyway, he's going to come and give me some assistance. He asked me to order some special body filler for him. 23 quid. Wow. But anyway, hopefully he's going to sort that rear quarter out for me. So anyway, enough of me waffling on. Let's crack on. I need to get this flatted off, and I'm going to show you now these dents in the roof. Right, these were the dents. I don't know if I told you about these last time, but it looked like it had been struck on the outside. Now, unfortunately, these are exactly where the strengthener is, so there's no way I can get to them. I've started flattening that one out. So this is it's very, very fine, flexible filler, which I used on the Mini, on the fiberglass bodywork when I was doing the rear arches. So they just need flattening off. I say they're only little divots, but once it's in shiny paint, they're probably going to stand out. So I'll straight edge them off and get them the best I can. I have flatted down the roof, obviously, because we had those dry patches. So as you can see, that's all flatted off okay. So yeah, I'm going to flat them. I'm not going to video me flattening out bodywork because that's just utterly boring, and I'm sure none of you want to watch me sanding. So get this sanded ready, get the door scotched off, get some paint mixed up, spray them, and then I will bring you back in once we're all in primer again. Really not sure how well this is going to come out on the camera, but thinning that out, I did just over 10%. It's literally drying straight away. I mean, it's not amazingly warm. I mean, it's t-shirt weather. Obviously, all the cabriolet owners will have their roofs down already. Shorts are out. So yeah, that's come out all right. Done the door a couple of times. See, there's shadow from the sun, but I mean, it looks okay. There is, which I'm not sure whether it's going to pick it up, but there is a dent there, which I didn't see. But it's like I say, when you put these into primer, that's when all the marks and stuff all stand out. You can't really see it before you put primer on it. So I'm now going to shut the garage door, leave this, and get my teeth back in, leave this to go off properly, and then I will block it back again, so it's smooth. And then, to be honest, I need to get the bonnet and tailgate out and start prepping them. We're getting closer and closer to getting this thing into paint. If you have watched my previous videos on the gear linkage, you know I had a nightmare. sourced the bush. Get that in focus. That goes in the selector rod. Brand new bush, the correct size. I've decided to buy another one. Now, this is the first time I'm checking it with you guys. This is literally came in the post the other day and I forgot about it, and we'll open it now. So the problem I was having was this ball was the wrong size. It was generating too much slack. I haven't tried this on here yet. So here goes. Look at the state. You see, I don't know if you can see that there, or even can you, if I put it in the mic, can you hear it? So it's sloppy. Right, that cost me a tenner. So obviously it was less than half the price of the good quality one that I'm supposed to get. To be honest, there ain't no difference. They look the same. And that is pants. So yeah, we're still thinking about what we're going to do with this. I've seen something online and they're not expensive, and it is the correct 32mm circumference, round, ball, whatever you want to call it. They have a 32mm ball that sits inside that. That's 32mm. That is meant to be a snug fit. That has got, I would say, at least a millimetre play, which, as I've said before, mil there, once you get to the gear stick end, it's just going to be horrible. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, crap. I'll grind that ball off and I might just order the other thing I've seen, see whether it works. Okay, so we're back on the selector. The bits turned up that I plan to use and I'm unsure whether it's going to work or not. So let's just run through these. So that is the one that came off my Rallye, which I believe is a genuine one. There's the new bush, which has got the correct 32mm internal size. Slide it on there and it is absolutely lovely fit. That, no play. This is where are we up to? This is the cheap one I bought, 10 quid. Showed you all. You can see there, you can see how much is, I mean it's only a millimetre or so, but yeah, there is movement there. It's not as bad as I've seen some of them. So this was the expensive one, that was meant to be really, really good. Now, if you look, they are slightly different thickness and angle. This is the ball that Nathan at M-Tech Custom Gear Knobs did for me. We did try to make two, but the first one exploded on his machine. This is held in by it's the ball. The ball is threaded, and then obviously then there's a cap head that screws in. Now that again is a really nice fit. The only thing that we noticed was when you turn it at an angle, it does sort of lock, whereas obviously these, well, let's go back to the original, these don't, because maybe that's why they chamfer them, we don't know, I'm not really sure. That is a 3D printed ball that Kim did me. That's 32mm. There's a very, very small amount of play. Nathan obviously an engineer, so there's no play at all. That one's slight play. Again, all I did was I drilled and tapped the actual rod, and then put a screw in there. Say that would probably work, but if you can hear that, it's just hard plastic. I don't know if that's going to work. These it is a rubber, because if I press my finger in there, I can dig my nail in. So it is a rubber. That one there is absolutely rock solid, so that's not really rubber. That's why I think that one fits better, because it is a rubber finish. So what I ordered was a machine handle. It was tapped to 8mm, but I've just opened it out to an M10 1.5. My idea was to weld that onto there, which then that ball fits in there really well, so that would work. However, it's absolutely rock solid, and I've just managed to explode one of them. It's like a Bakelite. I don't think it's going to work. I've got a feeling that will generate noise, whereas obviously the original one, the rubber will isolate it, stops the, I'm assuming it would stop gear lever chatter. So yeah, back to the drawing board. I have seen a 32mm rubber ball, but they don't come with a thread in them. I don't know whether you'd be able to thread it or not. I think I'm just going to get the paint out and just paint that one, because I mean, Nathan, he freed it off, so it actually works. I think I'm just going to have to give up with this, because it's driving me crackers. I've seen some brass balls as well with a threading. I thought brass, I mean, obviously these are brass with a coated lining on the inside. Will that generate a noise, or if it is a good enough fit, would it not vibrate? What are your thoughts? If anyone has got any ideas on this, as in vibration noises and stuff like that, if you're a bit engineer, mechanically minded, that sort of stuff, don't know. What are your thoughts? Stick them in the comments, let me know, because it's driving me mad. Right, just going through my panels. Obviously I've got to get the bonnet out, because that's what I'm starting on next, prepping, probably red carpet. I thought I'd just show you these weather seals. So the original ones, oh, my knees, actually I don't know if you can pick that up, they always bubble up on the ends, but I found that off another vehicle which fits. I can't remember whether I actually had to heat or just curl that end round slightly. I really can't remember what I did there, but I think they look the part, and considering you cannot buy these ones anymore, and I've just seen a set sell for 200 quid for a pair of these, when them are 40 quid for a pair. Bit of a bargain. So yeah, there's the doors, there's the replacement. This is all scabby at the bottom, it's all creased, if you can see that in the video, but it's all creased around the door lock. all the insides, the standard Rallye insides are still on there. I just took them off and put them straight into storage. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that. It's a neat little money saving trick. Right, anyway, stop faffing around and let's get sorting this. It isn't that bad. I've seen them when they're really rusty. Yes, it has got scabs all over it, but it isn't that bad. I've just filled that dent in on that door and flattened it back, so that is ready for another blast of primer. So yeah, I need to crack on because I'm back in work tomorrow night, so I need to get my finger out and get some stuff done. Well, this is going to take absolutely forever. There is just rust, scabs everywhere, and as soon as you touch them, the paint just flakes off. Oh well, looks like I'm going to be here sometime. Ash has just seen with the short clips then, Connor's been, and he's been working his magic on this, so it is a lot better. This is the second pass of filler now, which obviously he's just left to go off, and then he's going to come back and finish that. He's also helped me out with this door because I managed to lose the line, so he's showing me how to get that swage line back in that. And while he's been doing that, I've been on with the bonnet, which is an absolute nightmare because these little rusty bits are all just flaking off. So I've decided I'm just going to take it all the way back. I'll zinc prime it, and then obviously it'll be ready for a nice top coat. But that's it for me for the next few days because I am back in work. I'm going to put a link to Connor's work that he does on his custom fuel tanks, paint jobs, stuff like that. I'm going to put some pictures up in the next few seconds, which I'll let you look through. Say his work is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm going to go back to work. For you guys, in the next second, we'll be back on the car. That's all stripped back now. Stuck some cure rust on the bits. This front edge had a sealer, which is all split, and the rust was underneath it. Front is really badly stone chipped, so that's gonna have to be bare metaled as well. So I'll let that go off and then give it a scotch up and then get the zinc primer onto that. Hopefully try and slow the surface rust down. These bonnets were quite prone to this leading edge rusting away. Obviously the water just goes in there and just sits down. It's got nowhere to go. But yeah, well, we'll see how that looks when I put some primer on it. Right, there you go. That's in zinc primer. It took hours and hours of prep to get that all rubbed down. All the seam sealer along the front had split and there was surface rust behind it. I have managed to get a run. I really don't know how I managed that when I've got it laid down flat, but I have. So that was zinc primer which is to show you. So it's that stuff, which is 1:1. So obviously mixed with the hardener. I used my new gun, which is that one. Obviously you don't get this water trap. They're only cheap, the water traps, but to be honest, my compressor is kicking out a load of water at the minute. I've drained it the other day and checked, so I think I might have to get an inline water trap for my airline before it gets to the gun, because it was spitting out a bit of water, which obviously it's not good to get water in your paint. But yeah, that was a Temu special. It came with 3 tips, a 2mm, 1.3 and 1.4. It was about 27 quid, I think. 600mm capacity paint. So yeah, it was all right. Sprayed all right, to be honest. I'm only on my small compressor at the minute, which is like 100 tank. I think it's a 13, 14 CFM. I do have a bigger compressor, which is just waiting for the garage to be wired up properly, because it draws so much current when it starts up. But yeah, it's come out all right. I had a little bit of paint left, so I just blew the front in. There's no point in wasting it. So now what I need to do next is let that go off. Bonnet needs flipping over to the other side. It's got more chips on the front than Harry Ransom. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end up having to bare metal that as well. I really don't want to, but I think there's that many chips and little stars and stuff. I think it's just going to be easy just to take it down to bare metal. So let that dry, and I'll turn it over and start again. Well, this is definitely hard going. The noise is deafening for me. God knows what it's like for the neighbours. I've got my ear defenders on, but wow. But as the paint comes off, all the stone chips are leaving like a stain. Now, if I start sanding it further, I can get them out. Don't know whether it's a zinc coating that was on the bonnet, but if it is a zinc coating, then I'll just see if you can see. There's a few bits where it's got surface rust, so I'll keep working at it. Yes, it's bare metal again. I had another disaster with the paint. I don't know what went wrong. I know the airline spat a lot of water all over it, but it was still tacky in the morning. Not wet, just tacky. It should have been dry. So I don't know, I've really no idea what I did wrong. So I'm going to get the primer out, go again with that, and we are also going to do the lower valance, would you call it, the back panel. Blow that in primer, ready. Still waiting for Connor. There we go, that's a bit more like it. Got my mask on if I sound a bit funny. It is well ventilated, but ain't taking the risk with this paint. And I've done the back panel, which looks alright. So that's that bit done. That's another job ticked off the list. Right, give that a few minutes and then give the bonnet a second coat. Right, well, we've come to the end of another video. As you've just seen, Connor's been finished off the repair. We found another dent that was here. The panel had bellied out, so he's tapped it back and put a little very, very light skimmer filler in that. So we had the damage there, we had the damage here, we had the damage up here, and the damage here. So this rear quarter just took a right heavy clout, to be honest, but it looks all right. We'll never know until I get it into 2K primer to see how well it is. I'll get that done, and then I'll block it back. But Connor, thank you very much for your assistance and coming around, giving it your time to help me. I was out of my depth with that. There's no way I'd get it looking like this. Like I said before, Connor does custom work on fuel tanks. His Instagram is Vintage Spray Co. I'll put a link to it over here. Have a look at it, see what you think. Really nice stuff. He's not got much content on there. I've told him he needs to upload some more content because he's got loads of pictures on his phone of the stuff that he's done. He's just only put a handful of stuff on Instagram. But yeah, if you know anyone wants custom work on a fuel tank of a motorbike, he's your man. He's just looking at buying his first house with his partner, so he's got a garage there. So I think he's going to try and get himself set up there, doing stuff from home. So good luck to him. I say appreciate your support and coming around and helping me. So I'm back in work tomorrow night, so this is going to be the end of my 4 days off, and then I'm back in now for 4. So thanks for watching. Appreciate your support. We're making progress. I'm happy it's starting to look a bit more like a car again. So yeah, all good. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will update you all again as soon as I possibly can.